If you run a local service business and are pouring hours into content like posts, videos or blogs, but feel like it's reaching almost no one, then the next few minutes might just save you dozens of hours of frustration. Now, your instinct when you're not getting traction is one of two paths: to give up and do nothing, or procrastinate, and this path never ends well. Or we take the other route and do more posts, more platforms, more topics. But that burns you out and drains your time. And as we know too well, productive time is our scarcest resource. There's a better way, and it runs against almost everything you've been told about getting noticed. It's one that turns you into the business that the right people seek out. I've built it with hundreds of local service businesses. I'm going to show you how without adding any more work into your already busy week. But before I do so, let me show you where this all fits in, because this is the last piece in the ALP series. If we picture business as a mountain, our goal is to hit peak profit. Your business mountain has three sides: pipeline, automations and leads. We've got the pipeline, the base of the mountain. The automations are the pathways up it, keeping your leads on the right track. And last time we started on the leads side, building the gates that turn your website and social media visitors into inquiries. But leads has two halves. Capture is the first, the one that's easiest to fix, but most overlooked. The second half is lead awareness. This is all about how the right people find you in the first place. And that's what we finished today. And it's the half that feeds all the rest. So here's the first thing to understand, and most people never do. Building awareness is never free. You pay for it in one of two ways: with money or with time. With money, that's ads on Google or YouTube, affiliates, direct mail, or paying somebody to do SEO for you. All of those kind of things. And if you're not paying with money, you're paying with your time. And time is the one thing we never get back. So posting on a whim on scattered topics to no one in particular isn't the cheap option. It's the most expensive one of the lot, because it burns the one resource you can't replace and brings almost nothing back. Which leaves the real question: if your time or your money is the price, where should you actually be spending the limited resources of either? One thing's for sure, it's definitely not everywhere, because that's a time trap. You spend it where it compounds. Take Michael, a physio I feature in my book Lemonade Plan. He's brilliant at the job, but online he gets nowhere. Posting when he remembers, back pain one week, desk stretches the next. One post took him 3 evenings to get right, and he got 2 likes from it. The clinic across town posts half as much and gets 4 times the results. The difference isn't effort, it's focus. So Michael gets smaller, more targeted. Instead of being the physio for everyone, everywhere, he picks the people he's best with, runners and cyclists, and he shows up in the few places they gather. Remember James, the heating engineer from last time? In the book, he stops chasing work across 20 postcodes and focuses on just 3. Michael does the same with his content. That's local market authority, becoming the obvious, trusted choice for a specific group in a specific place. Spend your time on the same few topics in the same few places and it stops draining away. It starts to stack up. So let's think about your business. If you work with homeowners, are there particular types of houses or problems you get best results with? If you work on helping people, what do your best patients or clients have in common? Hone all your messaging around that. Once you've got that focus, the work becomes repeatable. And it's just 3 more meaningful steps: create, share, and engage. Create is your best thinking, turned into something useful. A guide, a short video, or a simple checklist. For me, it's a video like you're watching right here. All of it is built around the few topics you want to be known for. Even if you're not a writer or creative these days, AI can be your friend here. The next step, share, is putting it out consistently, where your people already are, with an intriguing hook that earns the click back to your website for them to get the resource. Engage is the step most people skip, inviting that conversation, then replying, answering, and turning a viewer into someone who becomes a lead. Create, share, and engage. Do all three on a few topics in a few places, and your local market authority builds. Do one without the others, and it all stalls. And it's a loop. Their questions and their reviews become the seed for the next create cycle. So, create, share, engage on a few topics. If working out which topics and where to show up sounds like the hard part, then subscribe to this channel, because I try to give you business inspiration in every video. But stick with me, because the next part is what makes your content pull people in instead of just sitting there. So let's go deeper on create, because what you make matters most. It starts with content pillars, a few big topics your best clients keep asking about that you come back to again and again. For Michael, it was running injuries, getting back to training, and prevention. And here's where it joins up with last time. Each pillar lines up with where someone is, just worrying about a niggle, weighing up whether to get help, or ready to book. And that's exactly where the capture gates from the last episode sit. So your content earns attention and feeds those gates at the same time. The two halves of leads working together, the awareness and the capture. One more thing, pick the format that suits you. I'm fairly comfortable on camera, so I do this. But depending on your business, you might write, record podcasts, or make short video snippets just after you've completed a job or a call. If you're not really particularly comfortable with any, start by using AI to quiz you and then create for your written and visual content based on your best tips, and then share that. The best format is the one you'll actually keep doing. Two more things make it work. First, every promotion piece needs a hook and a next step. Open by naming the worry the person actually has. So for our physio, for example, it's something like, thinking of running through knee pain? Then close by pointing them somewhere useful, matched to how ready they are. Second, consistency beats volume. Michael blocks one afternoon a month, makes a batch of content from a single pillar, and schedules a couple of posts a week from it. During his breaks, he checks for replies and engages with them. And that's it. And notice how little time that actually takes. He measures the things that pay, the downloads, the inquiries, the booked calls, and he lets the likes look after themselves. Likes feel nice, but booked calls pay the bills. Now everything so far earns awareness with your time, but remember the other way to pay was with money, and I'm a big believer in paid awareness. Done right, it's the fastest way to get your best content in front of exactly the right people. The same rule still applies though. Focus. Don't boost everything to everyone. Take one strong pillar, one guide or offer that already gets a response, and put a bit of budget behind it, aimed at the specific people and places we talked about. Send the clicks to the same opt-in gate so you can see what a lead actually costs you. Start small, measure what comes, and only scale what pays. Paid doesn't replace the authority you're building, it pours fuel on it. So that's the flip. Post less, get known for a few things in a few places, and make content that leads somewhere. Same effort, finally working. It's exactly what turned things around for the hundreds of businesses I've worked with on this. And with that, the mountain's complete. Awareness brings the right people to it. The capture gates turn them into leads, so the lead side is done, both halves. The sales pipeline gives you the structure. The automations carry them up those paths to become clients. And happy clients send the next ones your way, which is awareness all over again. 3 sides, 1 loop. That's the master map. And it's why every piece works better when the others are in place. So that's the series, the whole mountain, all three sides working as one. If you've just found this one, you've come in right at the end, and the place to start is the very first episode. It's where I lay out the profit map, the quick way to see where you are on the mountain and which side is costing you the most right now. Watch that next and the rest of the system clicks into place. I'll see you on that path.